If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Right, hello everyone, and we're back with week 3, part 2. Yeah, we're fucked. Well, Wallace, myself, and Mary are fucked. Reg and Jack are fine.
Well, something obviously happened during the break that we didn't know about.
We're never telling.
Thanks for that.
So for those of you just popping in, where we left off was Mary, Timothy, and Wallace were captured inside of a cinder block structure. They had found someone who was buried within a pile of, clothing and tossed off belongings. And after trying to help him, the man suddenly came to for a moment, pointed to something that was scribbled on the wall in blood and other bodily fluids. That said, knowledge is death. And from that little bit of information, we will now move on to Thelma and Louise, as we see, Reg and Jack, as they, are going to, morning's going to come, the sun is going to slowly rise, and figure out what they're going to do next.
Try and get some rest inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not get harassed. Have we managed to clean all the footprints and the tire tracks and things like that?
Yes. So let's see here. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just you've through the evening you've used the low light of the torch that you have on you to check and double check that you've cleared up all the tracks. You've disguised or hidden the duster to the best of your ability, and have taken a rest. Over the course of the evening, though, you do occasionally hear the revving of engines in the distance, as you can hear cars head down the road that you were once on. But every once in a while waking up to the sounds of this, the occasional hoot and hollering of voices in the distance, the revving of motorcycles and car engines, but nothing comes down the road that you are currently hidden off of. And even though it is a, all of that going on, you are going to get a bit of rest as you can see the sun begin to rise over the desert, and it's already beginning to get sweltering in your car. So this is going to be just as hot, if not more, than it was the day prior.
Okay.
And
Is there anything? Are there any backpacks or anything to put things in?
Nothing within this vehicle itself.
Is there a blanket?
I'll say that the bucket seat in the back is going to have what's considered to be a horse blanket tucked into it. That's wrapped around the seat, where if you take it off, you'll see the once was the full Corinthian leather covering over it. It's just exposed springs and fluff. So you could take that out if you wanted to, and use that as either a blanket or to wrap something up.
Okay. How big's the blanket?
Horse blanket's going to be probably about maybe 3 by 4 feet.
Okay.
So.
Right, so I'm gonna tear the strip off it if I can, and I'm gonna make the big part of it a miniature kind of hobo rucksack, kind of thing, and put the torches in them.
Okay.
Yeah, I just carry that over my shoulder. The bit I've torn off, I'm gonna get some rocks and wrap them in it and twist it round so that I can make a makeshift club out of rocks wrapped in blanket.
Okay. Okay. And then what about Jack? While Reg is busy,
Well, I'm going to give that to Jack, by the way. I'm going to use the crowbar.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I would have been collecting this rocks. I would have got sort of like a bit of a nervous sleep. And in the morning, I would have been I probably woken early and would have been jotting a few things down in my notebook. Because this is going to, because, you know, even if this way, if I can get out of here, this is going to make one nasty story.
Excellent. So you can see on the map, and mind you, you do have, you know, the local map with you that will show you the roads or the general roads that you've been on already. How would you like to proceed? If you try to start the car, Reg, it's not going to start. The last bit of fumes that it was running on has been used up. The electrical still works, but the engine is not going to turn over.
Right. I mean, we'll use the car to create a distraction. Okay. I'm going to suggest pulling some screwy brushes out and hooking them onto the back of our trousers, so as we walk, it wipes our footprints along the sand, and then set fire to the car to draw them there should they see the smoke on the horizon, while we head back to the town to try and find out.
That's a dumbass idea.
Why?
Look,
we're going to be gone by the time they get here.
No, we're not. Well, yeah, but they're being vehicles and they're going to be faster. Okay, what's the point in hiding the car and then setting light to it?
Just to distract them. They won't know which way we've gone.
Maybe. Why aren't we getting out and going to the authorities?
Point me in the direction of the authorities.
Well, it's not back at the town.
But at least there's a phone in the town.
Yeah.
I think.
If there's a phone in there, who's going to be in control of it? They are.
No, they don't have a local exchange. Come on.
You don't know that.
But neither do you.
Yeah, but okay. Well, let's go back into their den and get captured or killed or whatever they've done to the rest of the rest.
Okay, then let's walk back to the desert and get attacked by the demon children. How about that?
Well, which way do you want to go? Because
back to the town.
Look, if we walk south from here, maybe we'll get back to the highway. I don't know what else we can do.
Look,
you and I, we're not equipped to go rescue them.
We're not equipped to do anything.
Except,
but we've got to try, for God's sake. Where are they going to have taken them? They're going to have taken them back to the town, aren't they? If they haven't killed them already.
Yeah. What? Okay. But maybe they are going to take them back to the town. But we don't necessarily know that. It's possibly a good bet. But surely we need to get the authorities involved in this.
How do you know that the authorities aren't on their side?
I don't.
But you're willing to take that chance?
Well, you're going to take... Okay, so which chance do you want to take? Go back to the town, possibly get captured and killed. Maybe we'll rescue them if they're there.
Okay, I want to go back to town, find them. If I can't find them, steal a car full of petrol and get out of here.
Well, hold on. Have you not been following what we've been happening for the last day? Okay, they've been chasing us in vehicles. Okay, They own these roads.
Yeah.
Okay, and basically, here's the thing. You say, let's get back to town and steal a vehicle. So we get to town, all right? So we walk all the way back there, and then we have to drive all the way back, essentially, here, with them chasing us again.
Maybe. Well, they're going to chase us on foot, aren't they?
They don't. Okay, here's the thing. They don't know that we're here. So let's not tell them where we are by setting fire to the car. Okay, if they don't know that we're here, and if we're going by that idea, okay, our best bet is to get out of here and alert the authorities.
Maybe setting fire to the car was a bad idea.
Right.
It's the kind of mood I'm feeling in at the moment. But I do think we should head back to the town. I've got this. I'll show them the crowbar. Anyone can come around it, they're getting this right round the grid.
Okay, and who knows? Okay, and they'll have kind of guns and vehicles with harpoons.
Better to die on your feet than live on your knee, or something like that. Shakespeare.
Bam.
I don't know. Okay, is it? Maybe it's better to try and get away and alert the authorities.
Well, I'm not leaving them behind. You might want.
I don't want to leave them behind either. But basically, we're not equipped. Neither of us is equipped to deal with this.
Well, I'm not equipped to run away.
I'll
tell you what, why don't you run away and I'll go and rescue them? How about that? Will you go and get the authorities? You get the feds. How long will it take them to get here?
I don't know.
I'll go and rescue them. How about that?
Everybody on Twitch just heard that. Okay.
Everyone on Twitch in the world, by the
What
way.
did she
heard
say? I
Yes,
wasn't
exactly.
listening.
All right. So, how would you, now that you've had your moment, how would you like to then proceed then? So, you obviously the stress levels are high for both of you. You also, due to the fact that you did get a bit of rest, but not, you're not fully rested. You are going to have a bit of exhaustion. Okay, so you are going to have a penalty die on any of your skill checks.
Right.
For the time being until you can get a full night's rest.
Look, if we head out into the desert here, we're toast.
Okay, right. How far are we from town?
We can see it on the horizon, can't we?
Let's see if I had to.
You said it was flat and we could see the lights earlier on.
You could see the lights in the evening over the ridge of the mountains. So it was just kind of illuminating the tops of it. So if you look on the map, you are currently here, and obviously town is up the end of the road. To give you a general idea of how far away you are. Now, mind you, this is more meta, but just kind of a general idea. You can guesstimate between, let's see here. Oh, where did it go? I had it here. There we go. It's probably about 6 to 7 miles along the road back to town.
Okay,
if you followed the road.
That's about an hour and a half, 2 hours walking.
Yeah, okay. And both of us are kind of, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of knackered. Okay.
Listen, man. You owe me one. You owe me one, and you know why you owe me one. This is how you pay me back.
So I need to ask though, so are you following the roads back? Are you cutting in the general direction that you think town is in as you're going? Are you going through the desert or following the roads?
I think it'd probably be a mix of the two. Where we can see there's long stretches, probably avoid those.
Okay.
Because they'll be able to see us coming from a distance. But equally so will we.
Okay.
But they'll be able to get to us quicker. Cut through the desert as much as we can, stay off road.
Okay. So
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
that's the last time.
It may very well be the last time for anything.
Yeah, quite. But if we get out of it, that's the last time you play that card on me.
Whatever.
No, not whatever. Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you through from where you're currently located to the intersection where you would decide if you wanted to take the long stretch or cut through the hills and mountains. Now, this is going to delay your the time that you're estimating to get back, because now you're going to be going through some hills and rocky terrain, but the alternative is, of course, to walk along the road itself. Can I get just a spot hidden and listen check from both of you? And mind you, this is going to be with a I'm going to go ahead
penalty
and
die.
Penalty, yeah, with the penalty die, yeah.
What was it? Spot hidden. How do you have the penalty die again? I can't remember.
If it's set up, you click on the bonus penalty, and it's supposed to do it for you. If it doesn't come out, just roll a d10, and we can figure it out.
Okay. So my listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Pookie, you're gonna have to manually roll the d10.
Yeah, I tried to fix that, but apparently it doesn't take for some reason.
And you will too, bud.
Okay.
Okay. So I failed it anyway.
Okay. So we had
And
there's the no roll d10.
You have to do /R space 1d10.
Yeah, or d10. Okay, so all right, so we've got spot hidden. We've got
And listen was the other one.
listen.
Yeah,
Yes.
I failed both. Jack failed
Okay.
both.
I'm just
Okay.
doing my listen now. 1 sec.
Okay.
People are still setting off fireworks around it. It doesn't matter. I've got a penalty die, so I failed anyway.
Okay.
It's like Stalingrad out here, by the way.
It's
People setting
same.
off fireworks.
There's fireworks around here as well.
Same
Oh,
here.
there'll probably be fireworks here later tonight once the rain stops. From
Yeah,
we
I'm
just-
sure there will be here too.
We've gone through because Skyfall tonight was the other day, so
Yeah, Thursday. But
people
hey,
generally have, and there's no because we've got a scout camp just behind the house, and they have a display on every year. Not this year, they don't, which means I can't go stand in the garden and watch a free display.
Cheapskate.
Okay, so Reg and Jack, so you're gonna head off down, the highway. I assume you're not in the middle of it, but you're just kind of following it. It's twists and turns, and it's short till as you're going through, you can hear again. Off in the distance, the occasional revving of engines and whatnot, but echoes. It's hard to determine where they're coming from. But you get to a point where the road is going to be a long stretch. An hour. Let's see. It's been about you've walked about a mile, so it's not quite an hour has passed, but close to it. And the heat is starting to get. Ooh, thunder. Yeah, a little bit of thunder and lightning. The heat is getting a bit more intense. Can I get a con check from both of you?
With the penalty again.
Let's see. Well, this isn't a skill check though.
Okay. No, I've only got a 35.
okay, and I think that's
Did you think?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Where are we at?
The die roller hates us today.
What do you mean today?
All right, it hates us every day.
Okay, it hates us. It hates us in this scenario.
Oh,
Hates me in every scenario.
here we go.
So do I. I hate you in every scenario.
Thanks, man. I love you too.
Yeah, but I know it's not personal, so it's fine.
It's all good.
Okay, so let's see here. Did we both fail? Okay.
Yeah, not only do I fail, I think I fumbled.
Okay. Ooh.
50 years from now, they find the bodies of Reginald and Jack in their attempt to try and rescue people, and they just collapsed because of heat exhaustion.
Okay. So you reach the crossroads where the road is, the long stretch is going. So you make the decision this is where you say you're going to want to go through the desert. So if you look on the map, you're going to have to, I'll just draw it for you. You're going to have to start going in this direction, which is going to take you through a mountainous and hilly area till you get to the other side. So it's just to verify that is the path that you're going to take rather than follow the roads. Okay. Can I get a navigation roll from both of you?
Probably not.
I didn't say succeed.
Oh, I've got 10%.
Look at those rolls. Fantastic.
Yeah, but I've only got 10% chance.
Didn't we correct that? Or was there something else, Bud, that you felt like a drifter should have a little bit better?
It was spot hidden, I think. Something like that,
Got it.
wasn't
Yeah.
I know stealth. I think it was.
Yeah.
Creeping about, and
I thought it was survival.
it might have been that. I don't know.
Okay. So you both failed?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Okay.
It was nice knowing you.
Okay. All right. Sorry, that was the wrong one. It's a survival check, and you do have the map with you, so it's going to be made with a bonus die, so it's going to cancel out the penalty die. So it's just going to be a standard die.
I don't have the survival skill actually listed on my character sheet.
It's only Okay. Base is 10%.
Reg doesn't have survival.
No? Have a look.
Boy.
And I get survival, Jack Barrow. Brilliant. I survive.
But I mean, once again, this is kind of one of those things where maybe the the skills weren't set up.
I have swim, throw, and track.
Okay, I'm gonna make a standard D20 a percentile roll.
What's your track, bud?
10%.
Go ahead and do it at 10. Just to give you something. So, so that's a fail. That's a fail. Okay, fair enough.
You're just lost.
You're lost. You're dying. You don't know it. It's all good.
Yeah, but we're not locked up at least.
No. Okay. So now, mind you, neither one of you have any water. Okay. So you begin to head out. I mean, the way is relatively clear, from where you're at, because you've got to go through this mountainous area, and the heat begins to get worse as the sun kind of gets to the mid morning, and you find yourself just it's hard going. So your speed is going to be halved as you cross these mountains. As you tend to gain a little bit of elevation before you're going to go through the actual part of the mountainous area itself, which you'll disappear within the confines of that. You can see occasionally in the roads behind you the rising levels of dust, as these hillbillies are traveling through the bits of desert, the open areas, as to your best guess is looking for you, and you continue forward. So we're going to move you forward a bit.
What's the effect of my critical fumble
on
the con roll?
On the con roll, let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna say, because you're going to gain a penalty die on attack rolls and characteristic checks, because in
addition to the one we've already got.
In addition, yes, in this game, apparently the environmental aspects of the exhaustion are going to stack. So the effects of the heat, you're getting hungry, you don't have any proper hydration, the stress of everything, you are walking in a literal just state, with Reg kind of moving along in front of you at a slower pace, but Reg, you're still a bit more coherent of your surroundings, but it's evident that Jack just seems to be out of it, as he's just sludging along through this pass. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and roll this. Okay.
6 on a D6 is never good, is it?
Right.
Can't be.
So how are you proceeding? So I mean, you're following the map the best you can. You're proceeding through this rocky desert area. It's providing a minor amount of shade as you're going through kind of like what we consider a bit of a box canyon area, but it's still, the heat is still intense. So you're doing your best to find your way through this area to get to the other side. But anything in particular, as that you're doing as you're making this march through?
I'm looking at. I'm basically. I'm really worn down. I'm looking over at Reg and says, "I don't know whether this is a good idea or not. That blanket, maybe we should have split it to cover our heads, keep the sun off them."
I'll say, yeah, mate, and I'll take my leather jacket off and I'll give it to him.
I'm not sure we should have gone any further.
Is there any like natural source, like any kind of cactus that provide water or anything like that?
Let's go ahead and see if we can find it. So that would fall under survival. Let's see if you can find something.
You know I'm not going to.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter's not. She's not laughing at you.
Wait, no. I think that's the feral children creatures in the background.
Right. Yes. And okay. So are you going to try? I mean, as far in just in front of you, there's nothing. But if you want to take some time off of your path to see if you can find something,
I think we're going to have to.
okay.
Yeah.
And hopefully not get bitten by a rattlesnake or something like that. Because that would just make things great, wouldn't it?
That would be fantastic.
Well, maybe not for me.
Well, for the rest of us.
So you're going to be on the next barbecue, so
Shh. Don't remind me.
real people, real meat.
Okay. So yeah, so give me a survival check.
I don't want to.
Okay, then fine.
Then don't.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So yeah, so Reg, you take a moment to kind of search around to see if you can find something. I mean, you everyone your age knows stories. Hey, there's cactus, succulents. They have some sort of moisture in their water. I mean, these are things that you might have heard as a child. Well, at least in the U.S., but I don't know if that story comes up in the U.K. at all. But
No, we don't tend to have rattlesnakes in the UK, if I'm being honest. Or cactus.
when they left Ireland, where did they all go?
Cartoons, though.
Yes. So I mean, there would still be some media involved, and likewise movies. That's this, I believe. But anyways, moving on from there. So you're going to look around. You're not going to find anything. But can both of you give me a spot hidden, please?
Oh, this will be good. Is this with one die or two die? Two penalty dice.
This is going to be just one penalty die.
Oh,
What
just
was-
the one.
What
Yes.
did you want to roll for? Sorry.
Spot hidden, please.
God, I'm like a drifter, and I'm terrible at this kind of thing.
I'm terrible at everything
Okay.
Yeah,
except accounting. I've not had one accounting roll at all.
I told you it was a dump skill.
So another hour has gone by, mind you. And while you're trying to find some sort of source, the dehydration is starting to set in. Your mouth is starting to get dried out. It's hard to make saliva and spit. Your ability to just kind of maintain focus on things are starting to drift. And
I mean, to be honest, we've only been walking 2 hours.
it's
Well, not even that.
No, it's going to be, and you're right, and you come to the conclusion that you should have made it through at least somewhere within this pass by now, but it becomes apparent that there's a good chance you might be lost. You're not entirely sure what direction you're going in, so give me either a navigation or survival check.
I mean, I'm not very good at either, to be honest. It's going to be survival, I think, which I don't know what my skill is.
Now, mind you, you have the map, so there's going to be no penalty die on this check.
Can you find out what my survival skills meant to be?
Yeah, let me look that up. Let's see here. Give me just a sec.
Oops.
Listed here in the NPC chart or in the NPC printout, it's 10, but like I said, the drifter would have a bit better. So let's go ahead and just boost that up to 20. Okay.
Roll that boat out.
What's that?
Push that boat out.
Yeah.
Okay. No, of course I failed. Of course I have.
Okay, so it's apparent that you're lost. Your surroundings are unfamiliar to you. You're not entirely sure which direction you're going now. So, but you can continue. What's going to happen is each hour, we're going to have to do a con check and a navigation check to see if you can find your way out of this area. So we can, unless there's something that you want to do before we move forward to move to the next hour of travel, let me know. So anything that you'd like to do this time, you've suddenly realized that you're not entirely sure which way you're going.
I'm probably at the point where I'm not entirely. I'm not sure where I'm going, but I think Reg knows where he's going.
Okay. Okay. Good. So let's see here. Okay, so you continue on to the best of your knowledge where you're going to go, and the sun continues to move forward. It hasn't been in the apex yet of the day, but it's getting close to it, and okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay. All right, so give me a con check, both of you. This is a different situation, but I need a con check from you.
Oh, for God's sake! I'm going to use. Can I use 2 luck on that?
Yes, by all means. Okay.
Okay. I made the first roll.
Okay.
Let's go see whether I get. Let's see whether I make the other 2 rolls.
Okay.
Oh no, I've got to roll D10. Okay, so no.
So you failed?
Oh yeah, of course I failed. Yep.
Okay. But Reg, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jack, you're gonna lose temporarily 5 points of strength as you stumble forward. Just from the exhaustion that's starting to take hold of your body. We're on the 3rd hour going into the 4th. And it becomes apparent to you, Reg, that you should have made it through this pass by now. So go ahead and give me another navigation or survival check.
Both of us.
Well, if absolutely, I mean, in the off chance that Jack can
make any rolls.
Right.
Oh my God!
Shall I do the penalty die on that?
Sure. And of course, Jack, survival. God, I don't know why these sheets keep breaking.
Okay, here's my roll.
Mm-hmm.
Failed that one.
Okay.
And then 91.
Okay.
Yay, it's worse.
41.
Okay, so you're coming into the 4th hour of the desert, and now neither one of you have been able to find any water or anything as such. So at this point in time, any strength checks from you, Jack, are going to need to require an extreme success, okay, in order to succeed.
Hey, that'll be a no then. Let's just go with no.
Right, and then also, Reg, you passed your con, correct?
Did you?
Okay, so good. So I mean, you're still carrying on, but it's becoming apparent that the environment of this desert is starting to take a hold of Jack. as he's just barely dragging. Pookie, you're carrying something you're carrying a bag of rocks, right? Those rocks.
Oh no, he's just carrying the club, isn't he?
The club. Okay, so I mean, even that's getting heavy. But go ahead
They're just
and
walking in a circle. Hey, nice rock. Nice rock.
yes.
Nice rock.
You're not being helpful here.
Yeah. Let's see here. What do we do at this point in time? Okay. Okay, great. So you see a clearing, not a clearing, but like an opening in the area where you can see a little bit more level land. You're not just trudging through a bunch of rocky terrain, coming in and out of the box canyon. And you get to the point where you're on the edge of the hilly area and you can kind of reassess where you are. Whoops, there we go. So you're going to find that when you kind of see this opening of the land, you're going to find that you're in this area of the path that you're trying to trudge through. You can see the road far down below, the long stretch of road that you tried to avoid. It takes a moment, but you regain your sense of where you are, and you do know that if you head back into the hilly terrain, if somehow you can continue to head west, you will eventually make it through and down into a more open area of desert. But we are now in the high sun portion of the day. So for the next hour, this is the highest point of the day, and the effects of the heat are going to become compounded. So any checks during this next hour is going to be done with 2 penalty dice.
I've already got 2.
Can you bear in mind, I did give him my coat to put over his head to
Yeah.
Right. And but then that falls on that will assist, but then mind you, there's the where is it? He had it here. So he hasn't had what it's the dehydration that's causing the most of it. On top of it, it's compounding the scenario with the heat and everything. But yeah, it's just the going with the terms of the game. But I mean, you've already got 2 penalty dice, so we're not going to concern ourselves with that in regards to Jack. But you've regained your general direction, and you can continue onwards. So to move it forward, just give me Reg, go ahead and give me another survival check or navigation.
I still don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. Or I mean, you have options. You could head down from the hilly terrain and back down to the road if you like. It's clear. It'll take you a bit of time to get down there, but it's not as it's a lot more open in the air that you're going through. Or you continue through the mountain, to get to the other side of this mountainous area.
Do I see any dust clouds on the horizon or along the road of the dust billies hunting for us?
You can see that there's some over in this area. You can see the rising dust because there are smaller hills, but they're rising up in between and kind of over in this general direction. So
okay, so we need to just avoid that area then.
Yeah.
We'll just carry on traipsing through the desert, to be honest.
Okay.
So otherwise we're going to get captured. Although captured might be a blessed relief at this point. Mm-hmm. So survival roll.
Yep, or navigation.
Survival's my best roll.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So you're going to try. You head back in to the mountainous area, and you find yourself lost again. You eventually come to a dead end. So you're going to backtrack and find your way back again, and eventually you are going to find your way to the other side, as the desert environment has taken its toll on you. But you've eventually found an opening where the mountainous area leads down, and you are going to be heading down, if you like, at this point in time, into a more open area of the side road that you took earlier. You recognize it. This is the road that you cut through, which took you to the location where you eventually had to leave the van at that barricaded area. So you do know that if you head down into the open area and headed north along this side dirt road, eventually it will get you back up to the main road, the red road, the road that you originally took out here. So if you'd like to continue on from that point, or anything else you would like to do at this point in time.
I don't know.
Okay. I've no idea either at this point.
Okay.
We are at such...
We're so out of our depth,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to move you forward. So you're going to eventually you get down the side of this desert ridge, and you're traversing through, well, essentially through what's behind me. This is kind of what you're walking on now, kind of a flat, more open area, a variety of scrub plants and weeds. As you continue, do you continue along? Do you follow this dirt road, or how do you proceed then to head north from this point in time?
Have we seen any dust clouds from that road?
No.
You don't see any dust clouds coming ahead of you, and you can't see any more of the dust clouds now that you're on the other side of that ridge, from the area that you were at.
Is there enough scrub on the floor that if we were to see a dust cloud come towards us, we could drop down and hide?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's not completely
that,
sparse. Okay. So essentially, it's good. It's pretty much evident that you're proceeding with caution. And as you continue down this road, you're not seeing any clouds, but you're going to get to a point in the path where it's going to curve, and you could see the beginnings of the main not the main highway, but the paved road ahead of you. And what you can see at the intersection of it is another car with two dust billies just kind of lounging against it. And I think this might be a good time to take a break. If you want to take a break from this point.
Okay.
So.
Right. We will be back shortly, so don't touch that dial. Thanks for watching.